We have a class action lawsuit, multiple men coming up to speak up against TD Cakes. Told you guys. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Murad Merali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. You lot thought that this would have finished with Diddy. You lot really thought that once this P. Diddy trial was over, that this was now all over. We can now move on. Cat Williams has left that portal open. When he opened it, where did he close it? Because I didn't see him closing nothing. I didn't see him doing no closure interview. I didn't see him doing none of that. He did that opened the portal, and he left it at that. And that's basically what's happening now, because TD Cakes is in big trouble, guys, with a huge class action lawsuit coming his way. Tyrone Blackburn says he's preparing a class action lawsuit in federal court against TD Cakes, accusing the high profile pastor of significant SA and also trafficking involving multiple male accusers. In newly filed court documents in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Blackburn alleges that Jakes and individuals connected to his ministry exploited vulnerable young men over several years. The filing comes as part of Blackburn's ongoing legal battle with Jakes, who previously sued Pastor Dwan Youngblood for defamation after Youngblood publicly accused Jakes of grooming and abuse. Blackburn's latest filings defend himself against what he calls Jake's attorney Dustin Push's abusive litigation tactics and signals a broader legal offensive. He claims he will represent soon now a group of male survivors collectively coming together in a sweeping class action lawsuit against TD Cakes. The attorney says several men have submitted affidavits describing severe sexual misconduct and grooming, included being transported across state lines in violation of the Federal Mann Act. Birds that flock together. I don't know what it is, but birds, they're flying together. Do you understand? Diddy and TD Cakes, they're flying together. He also names, guys, Cora Jakes, TD Cakes' daughter, in the filing, alleging that she engaged in manipulative behavior related to child custody and abuse. Blackburn argues that the legal tactics against him, including bar complaints and threats of sanctions, are an effort to prevent him from representing survivors, and he insists that he won't be intimidated. The legal feud began when TD Cakes filed a defamation suit against Youngblood, who has accused the pastor of trying to initiate contact with him during a church trip in the 1980s. Youngblood's brother Richard Edwin also alleged the same thing from TD Cakes. Jakes has denied all of the accusations, calling them fabrications meaning to extort. His legal team claims that Youngblood was asking for $6 million. They argued that Youngblood's legal filings included fake case law. Blackburn represented Youngblood in that case, but was removed after submitting documents filled with AI-generated errors. This is the issue that I have with Blackburn, is that this man not only is doing stuff like this, but he was also told off by a judge when he was covering a specific case. So not TD Blackburn, but Mr. Blackburn himself, Tyrone Blackburn himself, guys, I do feel like there are some discrepancies, let's just say, in regards to how he moves, and that in itself does bother me with this, that he is the lawyer that is covering this. Like, can we get a different lawyer? Is it always going to be Ariel Mitchell Kidd or Tyrone Blackburn covering something that just seems fishy? Can't we just get a brand new lawyer that we've never heard of that is covering stuff like this? Then I'm going to take it with my super seriousness. But at the same time, because we're speaking of TD Cakes, and because multiple men have already come out and spoken up against him, a class action lawsuit of men coming against him is very much believable. Blackburn admitted to using faulty AI tools, but says the penalty could destroy his law practice. He asked the judge for leniency, suggesting further education. Despite the sanctions, Blackburn says the original defamation case has only amplified the voices of other alleged victims. He named Richard Brandon Coleman, Jakes' former son-in-law, as one of the accusers. Oh, Lord have mercy. What? TD Cakes' former son-in-law was somebody that he was doing stuff with as one of the accusers. Wow, that's tea. Blackburn says the class action lawsuit is moving forward despite the legal pressure from Jakes' team. The sanctions hearing over Blackburn's filings occurred early this year, and a ruling on the $76,000 reimbursement request is still pending because, of course, if you guys don't know, TD Cakes is trying to end Tyrone Blackburn's career with a $76,000 fine, and the lawyer is begging a judge for help. Tyrone himself is coming out saying strongly that one of Jakes' former son-in-law is one of the accusers. So TD Cakes here was out here trying to touch anybody and everybody also within his family. This is what, it's not far-fetched to believe when it comes to Diddy and doing things with his sons. Because we got to make a separate video about that, because Diddy is out here apparently messing with girls in group-related orgies where his sons are also involved. So there is some kind of incestuous madness going on in that family. And again, TD Cakes has been accused of doing the same stuff with, you know, the son-in-law. Cora Jakes is being dragged into this because she was out here and apparently she tried to steal somebody's daughter. And I do believe the mother also has spoken up in interviews discussing this and has cried publicly on social media a couple of years back, discussing the fact that, you know, she basically was tricked into giving her daughter into a position that was going to, you know, help her and then return to her, and that basically was a lie. And anything in regards to the TD Cakes' faculty is something that, you know, is going to carry mischievousness, suspicious behavior. And so I would find what Cora Jakes did believable if the, you know, the accusations are true. But a class action sweeping lawsuit is coming TD Cakes' way, and they are all men coming together to come and take this man down. This is like some kind of Disney movie, and TD Cakes is the evil man running around touching up boys and men, and all these men are coming up together to take this man down. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And because we know of TD Cakes' size, that man isn't falling that far away anyways, because, you know, he can barely be thrown. So I just feel like when we're discussing somebody like TD Cakes and a class action lawsuit, I'm ready for it. My only hesitation is the lawyer that is covering this, because of the discrepancies that he's made publicly in his career over the past year and a half. But at the same time, I do believe the story. I do believe that TD Cakes is running around doing stuff like this. Absolutely. 110%. Chaos, what this man is doing. If this is what this man is doing, guys, absolutely chaos. Class action lawsuit. TD Cakes, if you don't wrap this up, because it looks like your career is about to be over. This is why this man resigned from the Potter house, and why it's gone to, I believe, you know, somebody in his family and their wife or husband. And this is why he's gone, because of these class action lawsuits that are going to be coming up against him. He immediately has become a liability. And in order for you to not disrupt that money income flow, which is his priority, he needs to step himself aside from the Potter's house, so that he no longer is the main image and it's everybody else, so that they have no issue giving money to other people where TD Cakes is not the main person. Because these men coming out, you suddenly fainting, you now resigning, and now class action lawsuit, baby, all of this must be related. We can't be too naive. All of this is related, especially with the whole Diddy stuff as well. Federal Mann Act, the same Mann Act that Diddy is currently in jail for, having his bail denied. The beloved pastor, TD Cakes, has been doing the same thing. Son-in-laws. This is crazy, guys. So I'm looking forward to this lawsuit when Tyrone Blackburn drops it. Hopefully he doesn't use no AI related information, because I think that is ridiculous as a lawyer. But hopefully he drops this lawsuit, and we're going to read it through multiple of these men. To be fair, the man has even given names. He even gave one of the names of the people who was the son-in-law, and this person's name was Richard Brandon Coleman. So, you know, he's already named one person as part of this collective lawsuit. So I'm ready to see who else is on it. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys have to do, and it goes a long way. Please click that button and subscribe. Comment down below. TD Cakes, what's going on?